Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. If you've ever felt like you're just spinning plates, trying to juggle the demands of daily life, school, or personal growth, you absolutely know that finding a genuine, sustainable balance can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Well, today, we're locking in a fantastic piece of that puzzle, the brilliantly designed wellness plan from the Focus and Flourish system. And the best part? This isn't just about forcing yourself to cross things off a never-ending to-do list. It's about actually taking care of all aspects of yourself in a way that truly, fundamentally works. So, let's kick things off with a super honest question. Do you ever feel scattered, just totally burnt out, or completely overwhelmed by rigid schedules that seem to fight against how your brain actually works? I mean, we've all been handed those highly structured minute-by-minute schedules that demand you operate like some perfectly programmed, emotionless robot, right? But for a lot of people, especially those dealing with the unique, energetic waves of ADHD, trying to force your brain into a routine that just doesn't fit is a massive trap. It literally leads straight to that awful, scattered, I'm so burnt out feeling. Okay, let's dive into this, because the fundamental paradigm shift we're looking at today is beautifully simple. This planner is built for ADHD brains, not against them. Just think about how incredibly empathetic and validating that statement really is. The source material we're exploring today completely recognizes that the traditional way of organizing a day, it's just not a one-size-fits-all reality. So instead of fighting your natural inclinations, what if you had a framework that actually partnered with them? To ground us in exactly what we're talking about, here is the Focus and Flourish Planner published by BrightPath. Its core philosophy is right there, front and center. Take control of your routines, your goals, and your time, at your pace, in your way. Now, it's intentionally designed for teens, sure, but frankly, these principles apply to literally anyone trying to navigate life with an ADHD-style brain. It's all about creating a personal ecosystem where you can build routines without the heavy guilt of rigid perfectionism. And a tailored approach like this is absolutely crucial because, as our source points out, ADHD isn't a flaw. It's just a different wiring of attention, energy, and motivation. Your brain thrives on dopamine. It can tap into incredible bursts of hyperfocus when you're fascinated by something. It makes these amazing creative leaps and spots details that others completely miss. But on the flip side, it struggles with rigid schedules or switching between activities or estimating how long things take. Recognizing all of this means we can finally stop trying to fix a quote-unquote broken system and instead start using tools designed for your brain's actual operating system. Which brings us to what is, honestly, the most liberating rule in this entire explainer. Use what helps, skip what doesn't. Now, if you're a bit of a perfectionist, I really want you to take a deep breath and let that sink in. The source explicitly gives you full permission to ignore pages that just don't serve you on any given day. Missing days isn't failure. No way. You just open the book again when you remember. Relieving that pressure is step one to actually making a wellness plan stick for sure. All right, section 1, zooming in. The wellness plan solution. Now that we understand the broad, forgiving philosophy behind this system, let's transition from the macro view to the micro and look at actionable daily self-care. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer liberating simplicity of it, today's focus point. For a brain that gets easily overwhelmed, staring down a list of 20 tasks can cause instant paralysis. The wellness plan counters this by asking you to identify your single focus point. It basically asks, hey, if absolutely nothing else gets done today, what is the one top priority? By narrowing your vision down to just one main goal, you immediately lower the barrier to entry and give yourself a clear, achievable win for the day. But hey, productivity isn't just about checking off tasks, right? True balance requires a holistic check-in. And the wellness plan is built on these three really distinct pillars: mind, body, and heart. Honestly, this structure is pure genius for the hyper-focused brain. It prevents you from pouring 100% of your energy into one single area, like, say, spending 10 straight hours hyper-focusing on a creative project while completely forgetting to eat, sleep, or, connect with another human being. So let's break those down, starting with the first pillar. The source defines the mind pillar as thinking, learning, and focus. I love that it keeps this grounded in actionable daily states rather than a bunch of abstract jargon. Checking in on your mind means asking yourself stuff like, how is my focus today? Do I need a quick brain dump to clear out the noise in my head before I try to learn something new? It's all about respecting your cognitive energy levels. Next up, we move to the physical pillar, body. This is defined super simply as moving, eating, and resting. Taking care of your physical vessel doesn't have to mean, training for an ultramarathon. As the text reminds us, it's about those basic human needs. Did you drink water today? Have you had actual real food instead of just sugar? Do you need to shake out your energy for 60 seconds just to reset? Or are you completely drained and in need of genuine rest? It's a beautifully simple checklist. And finally, we have the emotional pillar, heart. This encompasses feeling, connecting, and calm. Look, for an ADHD brain, managing big feelings and finding emotional regulation is just as critical as getting a math assignment done. Are you feeling scattered or kind of buzzing? Do you need to text a friend from your support system? Acknowledging this pillar ensures that your emotional well-being isn't just treated as a mere afterthought to your productivity. Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 2. Fulfilling your needs, the self-care menu. Because, let's be real, it's one thing to identify what your mind, body, or heart needs, but it's a whole different ballgame to actually fulfill it in the moment. When you're overwhelmed, trying to just think of a way to relax is a chore in itself. That's where this brilliant, dopamine-friendly toolkit comes in. It breaks down activities based on exactly how much time or money you have right now. Only have 5 to 15 minutes and $0? Great. Look at the free and quick category. Make some tea, stretch, pet a dog, doodle. Have 30 minutes. Take a nap or a long walk. By categorizing these rewards and resets, the menu gives you an instant grab-and-go option to recharge your mind, body, or heart without having to overthink the whole shebang. So the crucial point is none of this is about achieving a flawless day. It is entirely about progress, not perfection. Setting a daily focus point, checking your 3 pillars, pulling a quick activity from the self-care menu, these are all about taking small steps and earning small wins. Your brain needs that dopamine to keep going. If you only manage to check in on one single pillar today, that is a win. Every time you restart, it counts. Which brings us to the end of our explainer today. And I want to leave you with a direct question, something you can apply right this second. What will be your single focus point today? Just one thing. And perhaps more importantly, what is one small thing from that self-care menu that you'll do for your heart? I really hope this framework empowers you to stop fighting your brain and start flourishing with it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I can't wait to explore more fascinating tools with you next time.